to you live from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania and Atlanta, Georgia. This is United Fan Zone with Sean Gregg and Mikey Douglas. What's going on, people? Welcome to another installment of the greatest show in sports entertainment. This is United Fan Zone. And as always, I got the illustrious, the industrious, the scholar, the man, the gentleman himself, Sean Gregg. What's going on, brother?
What's up, man? Yeah, I'm excited for tomorrow. Season starts. Kind of left last year behind, so it feels like a good 12 months, since I've seen Man United. Kind of trying to forget about last year, but no, I'm really excited for this season. No matter where we end up, I'm actually excited for once, due to the fact that we actually have backroom staff that I feel like we're going somewhere,
Okay. Yeah, man. I'm ready. I'm ready for tomorrow, bro. I'm actually a little sad that I'm gonna be at work for some of it. So I can watch it at work, yeah, but like it's not the same. But that's what it's gonna be for a lot of the season. So, shouts to everybody in the pub, everybody in Atlanta that I go watch the games. We're gonna be going to Brew House this year. That's our second one. So I'm clicked in with both groups. So I'll be going to that more. Can't wait to see those people down at Brew House, man. Shouts to everybody from Brew House that watches the show. So yeah, less than 24 hours until kickoff. Will we see Ugarte this week? Will we see him this week? We got a few hours that we can announce him during the game. We can get him in or announce the deal during the game. And who else would you like to see? Go ahead, brother.
No, yeah. Yes, I think we're going to see Ugarte. Whether maybe not so much this week. I think, there's a high, I would say 70% chance that we see him by the end of next week. You got to remember, we've only got 2 weeks left of the transfer window. So if he's coming in, we're going to see him in the next 2 weeks. So I think United are going to want to get this done quickly, like they have the other transfers. There was talks of his agent being in the UK today. And then also PSG are looking to sign another midfielder. So there's a high possibility that we see this guy either on loan or a full-time sale by the end of next week. What do you mean?
I would have liked to wrap this up beforehand and get to see him play, but I just like where it's going. It's everything, all the stories I've been seeing that is trending towards the right direction. My inside source, who I can only write like once a week, is like he hasn't heard anything new on the deal except for a sale would be good. Like a sale would precipitate the change there, right? So yeah, I mean that's what we had to do with Wan-Bissaka. The minute that was done, we knew it was going to be done. They knew a while back this deal was done. We're just waiting for the Wan-Bissaka deal. Once that was already done, it was done long before we found out, right? So, who else do I want to see? I definitely want to see what Xerxes has. I would love to see finally. I'm actually I know he had to break from the tournament and all that, but I want to see what he has going on. I don't feel like he played a lot in the tournament, enough to where he warranted this big break that he got, so ready to see him. I would hate for something to happen to him because he's our last striker that we have before we have to start playing the false nine with Bruno. I'm ready to see the 2 new signings. I want to hear some more news on what's going on with Lenny Euro because I'm hearing some good things about his recovery.
I'm hearing the opposite, actually, real quick to interject. I'm hearing that he might not play till January.
I'm hearing that he had surgery and the surgery went pretty good and they expect him a little bit sooner. But I don't want that. I don't want that. I don't want him to rush back. Take the time. No. Come back in January. It's fine. We have De Ligt. And he's 18, right? So we weren't expecting him to start anyway, right? Like
no, De Ligt was going to always start over him.
We got De Ligt, we have Martinez, like we still have Harry Maguire. So we should be fine, right? Like Harry Maguire is that final piece that you know what? Harry Maguire should have always been this, right? He should have never went for the 80 million. He should have always been that like backup piece. But fair play to him. He played well at Hull and earned he earned his move. He played well at Leicester. he always played well for England. So as much as we bash him, bro, he's been pretty good his whole career. But I think this is where he needs to be now, and is this advanced stage in his career, playing the bench, coming on in those crunch time moments. He still can do a job for us. You know, it's not like he's losing pace or anything like that. Well, how old is he now? Like 29, 30?
20, yeah, 28, 29. Yeah, he's up there now.
He still has a good 5 years that he could play in this league. At least I feel like as a center back, you could play it to like 34, 35.
Yeah, absolutely.
Especially in today's time.
We saw it last year with him. You know, he wasn't captain. He was more of a bench player last year. And then when he got his opportunity, he took it. Unfortunately, he got injured. But you're right. That's where I think he is. You know, it's not, again, like the Anthony Fitz situation. It's not his fault he's an $80 million player. That was down to our backroom staff who had no idea what they were doing. But yeah, I think he's been pretty solid. You know, obviously, I think it's time for Lindelof to, you know, maybe go into the manager's office and say, hey, look, there's too many people in front of me now. You know, it's time for me to go. I think there's a number of players in the team that could, you know, that should be doing that. I think Eriksen's another one of those. I think with those two signings alone, you know, we have enough to get Ugarte. Well, sales, not you know, signings, but you know, it's all that mentality. Like we've talked about this before. It's the mentality of football players now. You know, they're more than happy to sit on the bench and collect a high paycheck that Man United have unfortunately given them, rather than move on. So
once again, listen, you make a contract, you got to honor it. Yeah, I know it's us on the.
No, I agree with you.
It's us on the ass end of it, but you know, you promised me this amount of money. You know, you got to pay me or pay me out to leave and honor it because the minute I can't perform, I have to go.
Yeah.
So you know, I definitely think. I mean, you know, I know we said this in the show, but I'm watching more of the people starting to reminisce about Wan-Bissaka now, and it pains me a little bit because I had high hopes for him. I actually was one of the few people that I was watching him at Palace, and I was like, yo, this dude can ball. Like, and I listened to how people talked about him, but then like you see the guy crying outside the stadium and like all this little stuff, and it's like, yo, he was really good, but you got to also remember, like, he was also very like he had a mistake in him more than needed. He could get out of place. He's not really an attacking.
No, I think he's going to do really well at West Ham. I think he'll do really well at West Ham.
I hope so. I hope he doesn't. I hope he doesn't pay us back.
No,
that's all.
You know, he's gonna at some point. It's going to come back and bite us in the ass. But you know, at least for one game. But no, I think he's going to do really well at West Ham. It's a different style of play over there for them. They're more defensive minded. You know. Then they're going down the wings like United are. And unfortunately, sometimes, you know, signing a player and him not being good at the club doesn't mean that the guy's a bad guy. I think he's just not suited for that system. You know,
shout out to Perez, man. What's going on, Perez? Good to have you.
That's it. Bigger. I got Noah Theodos, big up Sean, and Big Mikey, the legend. Jordan Long, hate to see him go. Love Wan-Bissaka. Love. I can't see what it says. What does that say?
I can't see.
Watch him leave. Yeah, watch him leave. But yeah, no, I think he's. I think he'll do well. Yeah, what's that?
He said, "Hate to see him go. Love to watch him leave." Hey, brother, I don't think that fits in this. God bless you. But yeah, go ahead, bro. I'm sorry.
No, you got me. It got me there too. I was like, am I reading this correctly? Jordan. You got me there. Sanji says he is going to be locking down Rashford when we play them.
100%.
Dude, it's exactly how is it?
I mean, he practiced with Rashford every week, so he's gonna know. He's gonna know. Jordan Long says it works. Hey, God bless you, brother. But no, yeah, I just hope ex Man United players love to stay. Not that they love to stick it to us, right? But they always find a way. Danny Welbeck was the last one. Danny Welbeck's the last one sticking it to us. With the game, what it was like the third goal in that Brighton game,
Yeah.
That hurt, bro. To just see him do it, that
It did it
hurt.
for Arsenal too. Did
Yeah,
Arsenal too.
yeah. I mean,
But kind of getting back to the Ugarte, do you think how do you think he's going to fit into the Man United team? Do you think he'll do well or?
um, listen, that CDM position, that hole right there, that gap right there, needs somebody to. This is gonna sound crazy. That hole right there needs somebody to destroy it. That sounds crazy, but still, seriously, that area right there, he could be here for a while, doing what Casemiro used to do for Real Madrid.
Yeah,
when he had the legs, they used to call Casemiro the destroyer. He could be that, breaking up play, playing the ball forward to guys that were better suited to attack than he is. And then he's a little bit of an asshole when it comes to getting the ball. Excuse my language. He's into the roughhousing. He's definitely into getting. So I like to see him on set pieces. I like to see him getting scrappy and getting his head on the end of a goal. I think this guy could be really good. I love how he plays defensively. I love that he wants to go forward. And I love that he's ruthless. That's what we've been needing for a long time. Guys, what's your expectation this season if ECH doesn't improve within 3 months? He'll get sacked, in my opinion, because of the style of play, the decision of the lineup, the bench, and the injury situation. You can take that.
I don't think he'll be fired. I've already read the comment that he came out with today saying, we've had a lot of players, and we saw it in America, a lot of players that weren't back, only came back 2 weeks ago, that are not ready, fully fit. We've got some injuries out. I think, we need to give this guy time. We can't sack him 3 months into the season after what he just went through in the summer. No. So I think he stays. Now I think if we finish outside the top 5, I think he'll go. And obviously we already know who's going to be lined up to replace him, Mr. Ruud van Nistelrooy. But we have to give him the season, and we have to be patient. If Ugarte comes in, that's 5 new players that have come into this team. They need to, obviously the previous Ajax ones, the defenders. Okay, they know his system, but the striker doesn't, the midfield doesn't, so we need to give this guy time. Lenny Yoro doesn't know his system. We need to give this guy time and back him. If we lose 2-0, one thing I do want to see from him, though, and I think will be a big thing, is like Mikey said this before, I know Q said this before, where he needs to adjust in the game. Instead of just sitting there and going, "Oh, this isn't working," we need to see more of an improvement of that this year.
Yeah.
But other than that, I think he stays for the season.
I'll be real, Noah, bro. I feel like we lose too many games in a row. It could be sad for him. I'll be real. I feel like we lose if we start off this season losing like 4 or 5 games on the bounce, the seat will be hot. And then, if we get to a certain point by January and we're in like 9th, it might be long for him. Not gonna lie. I feel like they did all of this last season because they were apprehensive. I don't feel like they didn't imbue any trust in me that they have for him. They didn't make me feel like they had his back. So I definitely feel 100% that if it goes south in the first half of the season, then it might be curtains for him. Then they'll give somebody else the time to right the ship. But in the second half, they'll ride it out and then just let Ruud go ahead and do it next season, which I think for me, Ten Hag has earned with these 2 titles in the crazy situation he's been. I mean, bro, we can go through it, man. You can go. I could just name from Ronaldo to Greenwood to Rashford to multiple injuries to being on the hot seats all season and having to deal with all these games that you're playing, and your goalkeeper's out of sorts, and you bought this guy for $100 million and he's not working out. Through all that, he still won us 2 cups. So I think he earns a little bit of grace. But
I think the third season gives him the grace, to be honest with you. We played I know the goal difference wasn't exactly great in our first season, but, that was down to the defense, not the offense. I think we played really well in the first season when he came in. I know we got off to a rocky start, a couple of big losses, but I think it turned around around the Arsenal game in the first season. And I think we did really well then. Last year was just riddled with injuries. So I really can see us pushing on this year and being a really good team compared to last year. I think if Ugarte comes in, I think we've easily finished top 4 if Ugarte comes in.
Noah says first we need to get rid of McTominay, Lindelof, Shaw, Rashford, Eriksen, Anthony, Maguire, and Casemiro. Then we sign a new left back. See, the thing is, and don't get me wrong, bro. Let me say the first half of this. You are 100% right. We need to get rid of these guys. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, when you get rid of people, you have to have the replacement. Because these are spots now and that the youth can't fill. So 100% these guys need to go, but with a replacement in mind. It can't be just one player. It has to be multiple. Lindelof probably stays. Okay, he probably stays. It's only 2 weeks. There's no news on Lindelof whatsoever. He's gonna stay. It's over with. Luke Shaw staying. He probably won't play half the season, but he's gonna stay. We're not doing nothing there. Rashford gonna stay. He's the face of Manchester United. He doesn't go. Him and Bruno, they don't go anywhere. Now probably benched, but doesn't go. Eriksen, he's playing on half a heart and half legs. He has to go. Now he's been a great servant to the club, no question. He's been great as he's been here. I love his game and I love him. But his legs are gone. He has to go. Anthony's shite. No need to go into that. And Maguire, I feel, could play on the bench. He could be a bench player, and then we get something for it. To be fair, Lindelof has a great fashion sense. Raw. Hey, listen, I don't know how these men dress. I just watched them play football, Sanjeev. Sanjeev, watch the football, Sanjeev. Stop watching them go. Stop watching them go into the damn locker room with their designer denim tier shirts on. Now he is fresh though. No, he is really fresh. You got that dead on, Sanjeev. But yeah, bro, we gotta.
Yeah, no, I think next summer, like I've said this a few times on the show now, I think next summer is the one to watch.
Hold on, what's up, Beto? Beto says their contracts all end after this season. Yeah,
they do. Pretty much all of them.
We're not going to get money for all of them.
Rashford doesn't end, but
no, not Rashford. End.
No, but I think Casemiro, Maguire, McTominay, Lindelof, Eriksen, yes, and I'm not sure about Shaw, but most of those players, their contracts end at the end of the season, and we're not going to sign all of those players. And this is why I keep saying this is our first summer with Ineos in charge, and look how well we've done. Next year is going to be different. It's just going to be different next year. I think we're going to get, next year we're going to get 2 or 3 players in, maybe 4. And then the year after, I think that's when we start, if these players gel, this is then where we become Liverpool, Arsenal, City, where we don't have to buy 4 or 5 players every year. We can just go, hey, this guy's not really working out. That one's not working out. Let's just get 2 new guys in, to replace them. But next year is where this team that you saw last year is going to look nothing like the Man United team next summer, by the end of next summer.
I mean, Beto says I switched to YouTube. Big up, Beto. Switching to YouTube.
Thank you.
I will be watching both. Shouts to Jeremy. We are losing like 6 players. Yeah, man. I mean, look, we got to do some business. There's still business to be done. We have another window before that, right?
Yeah.
So there's business to be done, but right now, they stay. Right now, they stay. Right. We need the reinforcement too, especially for all the games we're going to be in. We're still in Europe. We're going to be in that. We're going to be in FA Cup, of course. We're going to be in Carabao, of course. We're going to have the league, of course. We're going to need the depth going deep in the games, and we can't depend on the youth as much as we have. So we need this, but we can't just sell these guys without things lined up. Hey, bros, what's happening? Rajat. Big up, Rajat. What's going on, brother? Thanks for making it in. Thanks for making it on, bro. We really just getting cranked up. So tomorrow's the game. Break down the team for tomorrow. You can start with your team. I already said my team on Tuesday, but you can go ahead.
I'm going with obviously Onana in goal. I'm gonna go with.
Oh, hold on! All you guys, give us your lineup too. Give us your lineup.
Put your lineup.
We want to see.
Yeah, we definitely want to see your lineups in here, guys. Anana, I'm going with Delit, and then I'm going with Martinez. Right back, Delo, obviously. Left back is a questionable one. I'm not sure if Mawazawi plays at left back tomorrow. I think he's our only option. So we're definitely going to see him for at least 60 minutes on that left tomorrow. I think he plays for the first 60 minutes. Midfield, I'm going to go Casemiro, Mainu, and then Bruno. And do you know what I would like to actually see tomorrow? Is actually I've gone for a little bit of a diamond. It's more like a diamond. So I'm going to go with Casemiro, Mount, then go with Casemiro, Mount, then Bruno, Mainu. On the left, I'm going to go with Rashford to start. On the right, I'm going to go with Ahmed. I'll probably play the false nine tomorrow. I don't see Zersky being fit. I think he comes on for a while tomorrow. But I would go with the 4-4-2, but we'll go with with the diamond situation there.
I'm with the traditional. What was it? The 4-3-2 that we've been playing with, as that Ten Hag likes, with the strike, with the central striker up top. Zersky. I say the man's name right. But yeah, I gotta see him. I gotta see him. I want to see the product. I gotta see it. I want to see it now. I don't know if you're fit or not. Let me know as we get in there, because I haven't heard that he's hurt. So I have to assume. So yeah, I think Beto's lineup that with Onana, Delo, Martinez, Maguire. I'll take Maguire out of there and put Delict in. I gotta see the product. I gotta see it. Mazzari. Casemiro, Kobe, Bruno, Ahmad, Garnacho, and he said, okay, I don't know if I want to see Beto. I don't know if I want to see Garnacho as striker. That's crazy. I don't see that. Community game, Casemiro was looking sharper and his passing was improving, to be honest, as well. Preseason match, brother. Preseason match. Can't put too much stock in it. He did play well, though. He played good. Rajat, shout out Rajat. Noah again says Onana, Mazzari, Martinez, Delict, Delo, Mainu, Casemiro, Bruno, Garnacho, Zerksha, and Diallo. That's cool. Hey, everybody's saying Ahmad. They want Ahmad. over Rashford. Put him in. Him in. I don't think he's better. I'm not gonna pull a you and say he's better than Rashford. I don't want to say that, but I do think he can. He's not going to think as much as Rashford. He's just going to go at guys. I think Rashford is like, I don't know if he doesn't want to get hurt or he just lost that techiness. It's just not happening. When Anthony made his debut, he started him. So he may do the same with, he may do Mazzari and Delict. Yeah. Not Beto.
The only difference between the Mazzari and Delit situation is Delit only came back to training on the 8th. So, Anthony had a couple of months training. Well, at least a month's training behind him, whereas Delit has only had a week. So, the other situation though is Maguire's only just come back from injury too. So, either one of them is unfit. So, as long as we don't see a Johnny Evans back there, because I think Johnny Evans is great to come on for the last 10 minutes and shore up the game, but he's way too old to be starting a game now.
He shouldn't have came back. I don't know. We gave him his flowers.
Great last year.
But we gave him his flowers. Like, he was great because he had to be. Like,
he won another FA Cup with us.
He had to be great, right? Like,
yeah.
So I don't want to take away, because it sounds like I'm being heartless. I don't want to take away. I love Johnny Evans, right? Johnny Evans is he's a guy, 100%.
Yeah.
But last year was your swan song, brother. You won something. Go out into the sunset on a win. Now you're kind of like, now. Granted, Man United decided to sign him.
Yeah.
So it's their decision, not mine. But it's also like you're holding this place because we've been riddled with injury. But it's also like, bro, you're also not fit to be here. Like you weren't last year, even though you did well. We were kind of. Every time you did well, we were playing with house money.
Yeah.
Because it was like, all right, he's doing good. Shit, fuck it. Excuse my language, but he did good. So, I don't know. Think is fit? If so, what does it say? If the Lick and New skit time first, Will Lang, Sanjeev? That's actually a good question. Rashford and Ahmad are going to start because of preseason. Tenag keeps hinting at it. Will Lang, sorry, again, I'm reading everything I missed. Garner over Rashford and Ahmad over What? Yay, listen, over Rashford, bro. I'm done with Rashford. Guys, I'm done with Rashford. And I will be right back on the Rashford train if he scores on Friday. I'm shameless.
You watch him score 2 goals tomorrow.
If he scores tomorrow, I'm going to be like, oh, well, he proved me wrong. Because, at the end of the day, I want to be proven wrong. I hope I'm wrong about all these guys. I want them to succeed. I'm not like, he stinks and get off my team. Like, the only person I'm like that with is Anthony.
Yeah.
That's it.
To be fair, I'm hoping he proves us wrong this year too.
Yeah, 100%.
Because it's only going to help Man United if he does prove us wrong.
That's it.
So
I don't know these guys. I don't know these guys.
Yeah. So I think Johnny Evans came back because we were unsure 100% whether we're going to get these players or not. He signed right after the season ended, a new contract. I think he came back as like oh shit, like we want these guys. We're going to go out and do everything we can to get these guys. But just in case we don't, we've got Johnny. We're going to sign Johnny Evans. So I think it was
insane.
It is. But at the end of the day, when you had the previous regime and you got a new regime coming in, and we didn't have our entire backroom staff in. Remember, Brailsworth was there, but none of the other guys were there at the time. So I think it was just like a security blanket situation. Hey, let's get him on the books. And not only that, I think he's great to teach some of these young kids coming through. He's done it all. So why not keep him on, just for one more year and then get it? But Rajak, Garnacho deserves to play. He does. He absolutely deserves to play. But again, he's another one that only came back a week ago. He only came back on the 8th. He
scored.
He did score. But look how terrifying he was when he came on. He was overused last year, and I think he needs a break. I think he needs to start. And he was at the Copa America. He played pretty much every game for Argentina. So I think putting him on the bench for the first couple of games, having coming off, and then terrorizing this tired defense is a better option for him right now. He needs a little rest, I think. So.
Yeah, but Rashi came back early to train. Ten Hag will reward that for sure. Rashford only scored more than 12 goals when his contract is coming up for renewal. Beto, you've been saying that for a long time. You think the contract has something to do? Do you really think the contract has something to do with it, Beto? Watch him. He's going to rattle off like 3 damn answers. I'm telling you.
He would have got the contract anyway. Probably not.
Will Lang, he would have got it. Rashford needs to fight for his place right now. It should be Garna's 100%. But also we gotta take it easy with Garnacho, bro. He's our future. He's our project going on that actually came out of nowhere. Really, to be honest, he shouldn't be on this team because from where he came from, there was a lot of talk about how he had attitude issues and he kind of failed. And we picked him up because we saw how special he is. So he's our project. So I don't want to run him into the ground like we do. And a lot of these South American guys, man, they come in with 600-700 games under their belt already. So I don't want to run them into the ground. But Beto, look at his stats. LOL. You say it every time. Okay, Rajat, Mount as second striker or as 10, Bruno is going to play. Yeah. So this is kind of tricky for me here, guys. Mason Mount has to perform this year. I don't want to hear, unless he gets hurt, I don't want to hear any excuses for Mason Mount.
No, I think he played really well in preseason. I think this is going to be a year. It's going to be his year this year. I think he's going to, I don't think he's going to end up starting a full game, especially if we're playing the 4-2-3-1 system. But
what do you mean by that, Rajat? Looking like McTominay going tonight. What do you mean by that?
Yeah, I did see something that McTominay is, it's very close to Fulham. I think he's not being signed because we're playing Fulham tomorrow. I think he goes.
Going to Italy.
Where are you seeing this?
Please send a link because I need to see this.
Yeah, I need to see this. Let's look at this up.
I hope it's not a link from like Butt Crack Sports. The actual link. Beto, thank the coach with the glasses. I forgot his name already. He signed him for 500K. Brother, that's a lot of coaches. That's a lot. You talking about Ranick? He surprised I forgot his name already. Put some respect on Ralph Ranick's name. He was right about this club. And Ineos is performing their open heart surgery that we needed 100%. Hey, thank y'all. Y'all are really live tonight, bro. Y'all are very live. I appreciate it. Y'all help this thing keep going, and we want to keep it. I want to keep it going with like 200 people in here eventually, and getting super chats. But we'll get there eventually. Jordan Long, I've seen Napoli as well. Okay,
that's what I'm seeing. I'm just seeing that McTominay Man United received proposal for McTominay as midfielder. Exit looms. Everything that I'm seeing is Napoli. So I'm not. Yeah, that's all I'm seeing. It does look a high possibility he will leave for Napoli in the next couple of days. But yeah, it's ESPN, Sky Sports News are all reporting that Napoli are coming in for him.
Rajat, you don't know these guys, just like how I don't know them. Don't want Rashford to play. I don't like the mentality or false ego he has. I don't know him. I don't know what his mentality is or his ego. I don't know if he has any. He's just probably he probably has the yips. You ever heard of the yips? Like from Ted Lasso? He probably has the yips. Like that's a real thing, bro. That's a real thing. I had that in high school. Some days you get hit hard or something happens to you, get hurt, and you think about things a little differently. I don't understand why we don't look to South America like other clubs for solid, cheap young players. We always go to Europe. I hope that changes. Well, they don't face the level of competition in South America that you do in Europe.
I'm also we will go as of like the end of this transfer window. We will be looking at the South American players. If you look at Brighton and Newcastle. When Dan Ashworth was there, quite a few of these players came from over there. I don't think they've just had enough time to put the scouts out or get decent scouts in to be in that area. But that's definitely something I think Man United are going to be looking at in the future. Is going.
There's always a lot of diamonds there. There's a lot of diamonds there for sure. But you're gonna constantly go to Europe because these guys are playing top level quality competition every year, and they're right by each other. It's gonna happen. The clubs in Europe. You're going to look around to who's around. Going to go to Portugal. You're going to go to all these different places, Turkey, wherever you go, because that's what's happening. It's kind of harder for you to get to Brazil and look and find. And also the other teams are looking too. And
they're further ahead than we are in that scouting situation.
Yeah, they're like Real Madrid. They live in Brazil. They I'm sure they have an office in Brazil and they have the scouts there 24/7. They have a scouting system that doesn't even leave the countries that they're in. It's not like they come back. Like they're like, no, we're gonna send the reports. We're already here. We're already set up here. We've already saw this and player. Hence why they can find guys like Endrick. So, Mark Cheeseman, Big Cheese, what it do, fam? Holler at me. Real Madrid, Brazil. They own Brazil, bro. Brazil and Spain, they own it. Barge, just like Hermoso, are going to help stop the gaps if we get them. They are players we will get now on cheap and sell later. Beto on point once again. I mean, I don't know if the Hermoso thing has legs, though. Rajat,
I like Berg. I've done a lot of research into Berg. I think he'd do a solid job at the back there for Man United.
What I'm saying is the story. I don't know if the story has legs. I don't know. I'm sure he can play.
Yeah.
Brazilians are not good for England football. They only shine in Spain, Italy, and other places, not England. Is that a fact? Is that factual?
I know a lot of South American players have never really worked out for Man United. I'm not quite sure about the Premier League, but a lot of players have not kind of worked out for Man United. So, has some legs there in the Man United situation, but the Premier League, I'm sure there's been a few. I remember Varane that came in, wasn't very good for Man United, and we ended up selling him to Chelsea. You had the two twins that came in. The one of them did pretty well, but wasn't overly exciting. Who else has come from Brazil? Anderson wasn't very good.
Nope.
Yeah, so overall, I don't think South American players have done overly well for Man United. I think Cavani did well, but we got him at the wrong time in his career.
Cavani, Valencia.
Valencia was great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we switched his position late in his career. He was great at right
And I'm
back.
not calling Garnacho. Garnacho is not South American. He was born in Spain. Okay. He chose to play for Argentina, but he was born in Spain.
Well, where did he grow up?
He grew up in Spain.
Isn't it?
He was
Does he
born
primarily grew up in Spain?
His dad's Argentinian. He was born in Spain. He grew up in Spain. We brought him from a Spanish team. He decided to play for Argentina. Good for him, but he's not Argentinian.
Okay, I did not know that. Ronaldinho's son just signed with Ipswich. Fact check that. I'm not checking that. Arsenal have Brazilians that ball, not Man United. I just don't think it's bad for Man United. We don't have good Brazilians. We never have good Brazilians. But did the Silva twins? No, just Rafa. Just Rafael da Silva was good for us.
Yeah, Fabio,
just him.
Dude, I do remember the time where Fergie said that he used to make that. He didn't say I used to make the switch, but he hinted at the fact that he used to swap Fabio and Rafa at halftime because they are identical twins to get a free substitution.
That's hilarious. That's actually genius. That's actually genius. We have some good South American players, but I think England has a lot. I'm gonna be real. If England was just English players alone, I think it would be a different league. I think it would be a completely different league. It'd be a rough and tumble league. Like a lot will go on now. I think that it's just not for us. For us, the Brazilians haven't been good.
Yeah,
that's all. We picked the bad ones. We picked the worst ones.
Yeah, Silva was good for Chelsea. He left this year. He was 38 years old, but he was a phenomenal defender for Chelsea.
She says we scout the wrong Brazilians, and Beto. Beto says Ronaldinho's son just signed with Burnley. Listen, all this son stuff, man. What about Rooney? Rooney's son, he's supposed to be a baller.
Kai Rooney is a baller, dude. I watch him for our youth team. He is a baller, dude. He is going to be.
I've seen him in Munich,
dude. He's good. He's really good. He came out of the interview the other. He just signed his first professional deal with. I think it was Puma or someone that he just signed a professional deal with. And he in the interview he said he wants to be playing for Man United first team in the next 4 years. He's only, I think he's only 15. I know he used to play with Ronaldo's kid, so he made Ronaldo's kid look shit. So
he scored 50 plus goals a year in the youth. I mean, bro, how many times have we heard this story though? How many times? Listen, he could be great. He could be great. I don't entertain none of that stuff until they start getting some real minutes in up and around that 17, 18-year-old, those kind of academies, or even some runs in at the first team, because we've all saw Revel Morrison. We've all seen Freddie Adu. We've all seen all these guys that were getting goals and was turning it up. But now we don't see them anymore. Well, granted, those two guys are really old now, but still, didn't Beckham's son Romeo sign with Brentford FC?
Who's terrible.
Is he bad? Okay.
Yeah. He signed with Romeo signed with Brentford a couple of years ago.
That's tough, man. It's got to be tough to play behind. Like that has to be in your head 24/7.
Dude, the apple doesn't always fall close to the tree.
Nah.
I'm good at football. My kid's fucking terrible. So I know you're watching, Elijah, but you're terrible, and you need to listen to your dad a little bit more. but he'll get better. The apple doesn't always fall close to the tree, and unfortunately for us, it looks like Kai has fallen close to the tree. So, and he's a diehard Man United fan. So
what's up, Blake? What's going on, brother? Thanks for joining. But Casey Gale, what's up, big Case? You ain't gonna say nothing. Just gonna get on it. All right. He is 16. Casey says he is 16, 15, 16. You talking about Kai Rooney? He's 16.
I don't know how.
Beto says he's 14. I don't know. That Google search would clear that up right now. Whoever Googles it first wins a PS5.
Yeah,
but
I'll expect my PS5 in the mail.
Well, yeah, man.
That's all right.
I don't know. I like to see these guys develop a little bit more before we build them up. And that's in every sport. That's in every sport. Like I
Casey's not
don't
right. Sorry,
when
Valo, but it's not. Real quick, yeah.
saw dope potential starting 11. Dallo, Martinez, Delight. Delight is funny. Mazzari, Manu, Casemiro, Bruno, Rashford, Xerxes, Garnacho. Wouldn't mind seeing it. That is a good lineup. Thanks for giving that lineup. I'm okay with. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. I just want to see Xerxes play, man. I want to see him good.
Yeah.
Damn, breaking his dream. Playing with the home shirt, maybe. All the sons other than Fletcher twins suck. Just give it a light. Yeah, you know the you know the song. Bro, y'all are so live tonight. I appreciate it. They are not like Bronny. See, it's you with the Lakers slander tonight, not me.
Sanchez, look at that. They're not like Bronny.
Not like Bron. You saying it, not me. Okay, so Casey, Rashford, Bruno, Ahmad up front. Okay, I bet he's going to continue on.
We're gonna go with a false nine.
That logo run the show. That's true. He's going to run it. That logo run the show. So McTominay. So we said McTominay is going. So this is story for real. Is he going? Is he going to be gone to Napoli? Because I'm now hearing this. Is it Napoli or Inter?
I'm all I'm seeing is I just typed in McTominay leaving. Let's type it again.
Yeah, bro, I would be happy. I would be so happy, but also I'd be kind of sad because he's our guy. You know, he's our youth guy. So never want to see the youth players just go.
I don't. But when it's 40
time.
million, 30 million of pure profit, I do.
Yeah, I'll take 30 million. Take 30 million and then give me the Ugarte. Ugarte, I'll take it. So let's add on Casey Gale once again. Mount, Kobe, Cass, Dallo, Martinez, Delict, and Maz at the back. Hey, we're all saying the same lineups, guys. We're all saying the same lineups. I'm glad we're all in agreement here.
I think we'll start with that lineup. That lineup's not going to be the one we end with. Delict and Mazzari. They're not ready to be playing 90 minutes.
Yeah, Beto's the one who said he signed with Burnley. I'm sorry, I'm trying to get Cheese in there.
Cheese, get on the YouTube. Know you're going to buy a Napoli kit with fucking McTominay. Sorry for my language. McTominay's name on it. We know you're going to buy one.
Who, Cheese?
No, Sanjeev.
Oh, Sanjeev. Okay, tell me why you... Passion aside, because you have to have... We were talking about this before the show started. Do you guys like how he looks or something? Because the guy he's not good. He's decent. He's better than me. Okay, but that's not saying much. Also, okay. What do you like about him? What do you like about him that he's one of your favorite players? It's crazy. It's madness. Please
leave passion out of it,
and leave the passion out of it because everybody has passion.
Yeah, me and Big Mikey have got passion for Man United. It doesn't mean we're good enough to play for Man United.
I have passion in my bedroom every night. That don't mean I need to be playing for Man United.
I said this earlier. We're never going to win the Premier League with McTominay and Anthony in the starting the team. We're just not going to win the league. And if we want to progress, I don't think Scott is the worst midfielder there, Casey. He did a job well last year.
You see, Casey, bro. Casey's an extremist.
I know.
It's either he's the worst or the best. There's no middle ground. He's not the worst. He averages 16 passes a game. What the hell does that even mean? What does that mean? You can get 16 passes in a passage of play. Well, what does that even mean? Napoli in talks with United and boss Antonio Conte wants McTominay to boost his midfield options. The Serie A side would prefer a loan move for McTominay, even though United feel he's worth 25 million. See, that's the tricky part. Because they're like, all right, we'll take him on loan, and then you guys pay 60% of his wages. Come on. And then, but okay, if it's a loan to buy.
Yeah.
Loan to buy, and you guys take on 60% of his wages.
Yeah.
You take it on. And then it has to be, you have to buy him. Matter of fact, it's a 6-month loan, and you have to buy him by December.
Yeah, but we already turned down a 20 million bid for Fulham, so why are we going to loan him out?
Well, I'm desperate now.
We're not. He won't go on loan. We're not letting him go on loan. We need the money, so we're not going to let him go out on loan and then expect Ugate to come in. So, yes, if Source goes to Napoli, Ugate comes in the next day, 100%. We've already seen that with Delict and Mazzari, but You know,
Casey,
it's a tough one.
Casey says, Rajat says, might as well get mid preseason Pirlo. Jeremy says that was on the mirror. And Casey says, if Scotty was a better midfielder, we wouldn't need to crash the box late in games. You do that anyway. Sanjeev, I've always said that as an impact player, McTominay back then and Fred, we sold the wrong player.
Yeah. Don't get
That's
me
all
started.
it was. We should have kept Fred.
McFred was the worst central midfield duo that we've ever had.
But it's because McTominay was so bad.
Yeah.
McTominay was so bad that he brought Fred down with him. When Fred it was just by himself, yeah, he can't. We were always spread out and stuff and getting our midfield ran through. But talk about passion. That's passion, but it's also a bit of techers too.
I want to say something really, and this will get Casey going. Someone said to me once, "Yeah, well, they can't be that bad. We finished second in the league with them." Yeah, well, Lakers won a title when during COVID too. Don't mean shit.
Ooh, damn! I'm staying away from that.
They still put that banner up there.
I'm staying away from that. Kobe's doing like 50 passes. Scotty is doing 16. Scotty's not helping us in the midfield. He doesn't progress the ball, bro. You're singing to the choir, but the thing is like bringing up how much he passes and like without his 10 goals last season, we probably would have been at 15th, which is also not saying much, but at the same time, for good money, it's pure profit. He has to go. So you're right. We're right. 100%. But at the same time, I just want to know what Sanjeev and them really like about him outside of the passion, because like I said, I'm very passionate. I'm a very passionate man, but I'm nowhere close to playing for Man United. So what are we doing? What are we saying? Will Lang, will Fred work better in Ten Hag's system than Ralph's? 100%.
Yes.
Fred is who Ten Hag needed. Now, he's 32 now. You know what I'm saying? But like Fred and Herrera, yes, Mark.
And why did we get rid of Herrera,
bro? We sold the wrong players, and you know what? It was kind of our fault as fans because we piled on Fred when he was bad.
We didn't sell Herrera. We let him go for free.
We let him go. PSG and then he just won something with Bilbao, where he's from, by the way. So good on him. He's my favorite. He's one of my favorite Man United players in the last 10 years. One of these. He's in my top 5 for the last 10 years. He's been one of my favorite. I got a kit made with his number on the back in Manchester at the Superstore because they didn't have his number. They just didn't have his number. He had everybody else's number, but Ender Herrera, the servant to the club who loved it. We used to write a blog about it. Him and Juan Mata, top players, bro. I don't know what it is about those Spanish guys, but they love United. He is handsome. That's what they like. KC, Wagwan, big man. What are you saying? Scott McTominay is not handsome. He is not handsome. Rajat, when Ralph said to Hayadara they didn't, I don't know. Juan Mata, Mark Cheeseman, what a gem. Yeah, shout out to Mark, man. What a gem. An absolute gem. Just his legs were gone. I think after his second season at United, he could do a job at times, but he was done after a while too. Fix the roof and you get him for free. Bayern Munich want him too. I think he would do better at Munich. They offer him 15 though.
I want to read up Sanjeev's. McFred's work rate is really high. Don't listen to me, but maybe Marino, who called him his player of the season, definitely to piss people off. Listen, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer was on a show in England with Gary Neville, Carragher, and some other players. And when he said that, someone picked up his drink and sniffed it to see if he was drinking alcohol at the time. That's how mental that comment was. Like, we came second, but we came second in a season with no fans. Okay, it doesn't like it was a one-off season. Shit, Leicester won the league. Okay, a few seasons before. We were also miles away from City at the
That was way better than us coming in second, though.
Yes. So
that was gritty.
What I want to say to anybody that wants McTominay to stay, okay? Are you going to let McTominay stay over Ugarte coming? Is that what you want? Are you willing to let Ugarte not come for McTominay to stay? Put that in the comments, because if you are, you're insane. Because Ugate's here, McTominay is here. There's no different. And if we don't get rid of a midfielder, there's a high possibility we don't get Ugarte. So are you willing for McTominay to stay and sit on the bench and as not have a six, or are you willing to offload him for pure profit and get Ugarte in?
Everybody's saying it, man. It's just these guys are fans of him.
No, I'm just in general. It's not just like some of the people I hang around with that would love McTominay to stay. I'm seeing it online in some of the chat forums that they want McTominay to stay, and I'm like, at the expense of Ugarte coming in, because Ugarte could be the difference between finishing fourth and finishing third.
Sabitzer, yes, big up Sabitzer. Loved Sabitzer when he was here. Just so it was always hurt. Sauce is good as a late sub to drive the box, but that's about it. We gotta get out of that though. We gotta get like you.
Yeah, we don't need that.
Like we want
to be controlling the game and not waiting for the last minute for someone to score a goal.
I'll take it back. You kind of want to have a player on the bench. Like that's what Ollie was. You want a guy to come off the bench and make shit happen. And you're not thinking about him playing or starting every week, even though he's going to want to. Because Ollie wanted to start.
Yeah, but Ollie could do it season after season after season. Ollie won as the Champions League. Scott McTominay scored 10 goals last year. What did he do the year before? What did he do the year before? He cost us games. That's what he did.
McAverage.
McAverage. Like, yes, he had a good last year. He had a good season last year. But it's not hard to have a good season in a wank team, is it? It's not. So I've seen United of the past. I've seen United in the 2000s. I've seen the United now. We're not going to win a Premier League with players like McTominay in our team. We need better to get to the top, and it's just how it is. And I think, hey, great, you've done a great service for Manchester United. I think you've done well last season. You upped your value, but it's time for you to move on. We need.
I think this is the best time too.
Yeah,
you're gonna get the most you're probably gonna get.
Yeah,
right now, barring you having a Messi-like season this season, this is the most you're gonna. This is the highest you're gonna go for. You don't go for no higher than 30.
Yeah,
let's get that going. They need to. Mm-hmm. All right, so,
Rajat says, "Will Man City keep McTominay if they had him?" No, to be honest with you,
he wouldn't play.
McTominay wouldn't get in the Villa side, let alone Man City side. He just wouldn't.
Yep. Any team in the top 8 of last year, I don't know if he gets in those teams.
Nope.
Besides ours, I don't know if he gets in. All right, so guys, forget McTominay, forget all of what we're talking about. We got a game tomorrow, fellas. We did the lineup. We did how we feel about McTominay. We did how we feel about past players, all the worst Brazilians in the world that we've ever had. Who's Spanish, who's Argentinian. Tomorrow is the damn game that we live and die for. The Premier League is back tomorrow. We're the first up. What are your score predictions for tomorrow? This is how we're going to end this show tonight. What's your score prediction? I'll start it.
Okay.
3-0 United. I'm coming out. I'm putting my thing on the table. It's heavy, and I'm letting it flap on the table. Boom! 3-0. What do you guys say?
I'm going 2-1 Man United. I think they might get a goal. You remember we got 2 new players at the back who are new to the Premier League. They are going to take a couple of games to get in. I do see us conceding a goal. But I think, off the back of how I watched us play against City, I think we'll win 2-1, maybe 3-1.
Do you want to bet your next paycheck that he won't score 5 goals? Brother, I don't bet. I don't. I used to gamble a lot when I was a kid. I don't bet now. You know what I'm saying? So I won't bet. But he can get 5 goals. That's not saying much. Okay, so let's I want to just read all these messages from the end, and then we'll go into the score prediction. What Casey said. No, that's a separate thing. Ugarte over Scott for sure. Real talk, I respect Scotty. He isn't what we need. I hope he goes to another club that does well. Did save us a few times. That's how I feel. McTominay gave professional interview and speak well, but that's about it. No point to keep. I don't know what I have to do with football, but big up yourself. If we sell Wilson or McTominay, we get Ugarte. If we don't sell anyone, we get Burge. Sounds about right. McTominay go to Fulham or West Ham with Maguire. Got to keep Maguire. Definitely keep Maguire for the depth. But then Will says depth isn't just bodies. We need everyone in the squad to be capable of starting. But that's the thing. You got to have those guys that are going to be on the bench and be okay with that until they can start someplace else.
Yeah.
right? Or until they could win that starting spot, because everybody wants to start too, right? But like, or you might have two guys that could start for you, but you got to decide how they're gonna split that time or where you're gonna put them. All right, so start with the the predictions. Rajat
Yep.
1-0 Man United. Blake 4-1 up the fucking Reds. Sanjeev 4-0. I am delusional. Nah, Sanjeev, you're right on. Uh Casey Gale 2-0 United. Yes, go on Casey Gale. Sanjeev, that's true, Will. And Rajat, don't live 365. Don't bet 365 like Tony. Come on, man. The guy served his time. And Casey Gale, pause. What's pause? What's pause? You don't get to pause nobody.
Yeah, this isn't a Tuesday show where you're in control, Casey.
Yeah, man. Always trying to run something, man. But yeah, bro, 3-0. I'm going for the 3-0. I think I got to. I always do at the start of the season. I go for the crazy, ridiculous score that I think that's just wild. That probably won't happen. And then they end up scoring 4-0 on like Brentford. Yo, Brentford did us in that first start of the season, bro. And I'll never forget it. I getting turned over like that. It might happen to us. This Fulham team did it to us. They scored a goal to nick a win. So, it's not impossible for them to do it. But, it's a new season, bro. I'm putting it out there. Putting my thing on the table. 3-0. 3-0. No pause. No Diddy.
You think 3-0?
3-0. Here's my goals. Rashford scores one, and he ties Mbappe for goals because they're in a goal race now in my head. And so we got Rashford, Zercher scores his debut goal, and Bruno scores one from the penalty spot. Bam. 3-0. Nice. No watch along, bro. I'm at work. From 8 to 5. So I'll be watching it in my office.
Our goal is to do some watch-alongs this year, but it's the first game of the season, and I need to be with my boys tomorrow. I've been missing them. Obviously we went to South Carolina together, but I need to be back in the Bulldog watching the game. So I did miss the Community Shield with them too. So,
quick question: anybody get the chance to see Sean's video and my videos of the last couple of weeks? Ours are different. I just did a little short one. He did a really good long one. His first one, by the way, this guy did a first video. It was really good. I do videos for YouTube. I've been doing about a year now, and his was really good. He got some really good footage, very good, clear quality. So if you guys get a chance, bro, tap in with that. Tap in on the channel. I got mine on those Atlanta Reds. I'm gonna put it up on this one too. But I want to put both of our videos on there. You could go on to those Atlanta Reds on YouTube, type that in, get a chance to look at that. It's 2 minutes. It's just just a little stuff of what we were doing around. I couldn't really get much of the game because my phone broke, but I'm not there for the game, bro. I'm there for the community, and that's what we got here. So I'm just trying to keep it like that. But if y'all get a chance, please check out those videos. And I got another video coming out in probably 2 weeks. I'm already working on because this guy. And his video was so good, it got me off my ass.
I must watch video now.
Yeah, they got me make me be like, yo, I want to go in and make more and do more stuff. But mine are gonna be more like obscure facts about the club. But I just wanted to say that really quick. But yeah, 3-0, bro. I think we dominate them tomorrow. We make a statement and say, hey, this is our league. We're gonna be in and around it. I'm so anxious to see the rest of the teams play too. I'm just sitting at home Saturday and watching football. I'm gonna have TV set up and I'm watching football all day.
Unfortunately, my ass has got to jump out of an airplane on Saturday. So,
well, you going skydiving?
I'm going skydiving. My wife got me a skydiving for my 40th birthday, and I've got to go do. Well, barring the weather, I'll be skydiving on Saturday. So.
That's cool.
If you don't see me,
are you going to record it?
I'm good. No.
You should put your GoPro. You should put your GoPro on and then wear something Man United related and make it about the channel.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, but you have to wear a jumpsuit, so I'm not going to see Man United.
Well, like just film all the way getting up to it, then put your GoPro on. Yo, this guy doesn't want to. He's so scared. He's so scared. He just forget about the club.
What are you on about? I'm petrified. Planes are not for jumping out of, dude.
I wouldn't jump out of a plane. I'm sorry. That just doesn't interest me at all. But to each his own, you know what I'm saying? To each his own. Coming in late, Terrell. Shout out Terrell. 1-0 United. There will be some new season jitters and issues, but they'll figure it out second half. Yeah, that's the thing I'm worried about too. I had a friend that went skydiving off mushrooms. Pretty little redheaded girl. She's nuts. Yo, let me ask you something, Casey. There's always a girl involved. There's always a girl and there's always a pretty bird. Can you go one day without him? My lord. Rajat, good luck with the skydive adventure. To be honest as well. Yo, that's insane. I'm sorry. He's nuts. He's on his own with that one. Sean, play for the extra picks. Trust me. So we got another skydiving nut. How many of y'all are going skydiving, bro? I've also been skydiving. Best decision I've ever made. You guys are crazy. Y'all are crazy. Casey, let's be friends. Bird Central, not in his city. Yeah, I don't know what's wrong with this guy. It's always birds with him. Always birds. Yeah, Blake, man, always talking about birds. Yeah, man. Well, yeah, this has been a good hour, bro. I'm pumped, bro. I'm pumped. I'm gonna wake up tomorrow and I'm gonna forget about this game being on until like 11 o'clock. Then I'm gonna be looking at the clock
tomorrow. Yeah, I was just saying. I know Terrell. So Terrell, you coming in tomorrow? You'll be hearing me screaming from the Bulldog. So he lives behind our pub, and he knows when I'm there because he can hear me screaming. So you better be in tomorrow, Terrell.
I'm going to Dubai probably to dive. Okay, shout Rajat. Probably check out Florida too. Florida's wank. Don't go to Florida. He's taking up bird watching in his old age. Oh yeah, I'll be there. Yeah, he's gonna hear you. Because I'm a single man. I'm an international black man. Shut up. All right, guys. Anything else you want to end off with, Sean? You want to touch on?
No. All I want to touch on is up the Reds. Let's get it tomorrow.
Up the Reds.
I know you haven't done an outro, but I put a little picture there for you to hit. Thank you for watching.
Okay, appreciate that.
little dick. Just joking.
Anywho, y'all, man, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Everybody that's watching, everybody's gonna watch.
Just subscribe, hit that notification too.
Hit the like button, hit the bell, hit all of that stuff, man. Yeah. Join my Discord, join my Patreon. You know what I'm saying? Join my OnlyFans, and we'll see y'all.
Yeah. It just also real quick in the YouTube, if you go up under it will tell you our Twitter and our Instagram account for United Fan Zone in there. The link is already in there. All you have to do is hit that button. So
appreciate y'all, all the comments tonight, man. It was great. Mark said OnlyFans, bro. Y'all holla at y'all, man. We had a lot of people in here tonight on both Facebook and the show. Like on this was great. So until Monday, Monday we're gonna be talking about the game. We'll already be, you know what I'm saying? So make sure you're here for that. I'll be here. You make sure you're here. Drop the OF link, Mikey. You gotta pay for the link. I need money for the link. It's once you see this OF, you're not gonna look at OnlyFans the same way. I'm telling you. Good night, y'all. Y'all have a good one, man. Thanks for watching. Up the Reds.